Coming right up, the Trailblazers taking on the Spurs. For the Trailblazers, losing sight of their identity over the last 10 games, they've won only 2 of them. Tonight, they're hoping to get back to what they do well with a win. Spurs Blazers is next. We're back in just a moment.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trailblazers up against the Spurs in San Antonio. Well, for San Antonio, it's been a rough beginning to the year. Certain pieces haven't gelled. They look frustrated at times. Hard to pinpoint exactly what the problem might be, but there's still a lot of season left to play for them to figure it out. And here at the start of the season, Kenny, some teams still struggling to get into a rhythm. It's like,
that's a nice beat.
see, struggling to get into the rhythm.
That's a nice beat, though.
How important are win and loss records at this point?
Well, of course, every game counts. I'm on rhythm, without a doubt. Gonna pass it to Shaq, so don't panic yet, because Shaq is here, and he's our vet. Go, Shaq.
Young teams can have a hard time, especially early on.
Early on.
If you have a new coach,
Yes.
you don't know what's going on.
Hey.
And if it's going to take some time from every team to learn. Because now we got to go to Kevin.
Why?
Because he likes to turn.
Hey.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. And here's a look at some numbers for Lillard.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys, the retirements of Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker mean the start of a new era for the Spurs. Guard Patty Mills said, "We've had great teachers, and now there's a transition. It's about teaching that culture to these new guys. We aren't going to change. Bridging the gap is going to take time. That's where leadership comes in." Kevin?
A proud franchise. Thank you, David. Just a minute ago, you and I were talking about the challenges these players face early on in a new season.
Yeah, you know, timing is usually not quite 100%. Chemistry continues to be something you're trying to work out. Usually you're pretty healthy in the early part of the season, but as the season goes on now, you've got familiarity and comfort with each other, but sometimes the injuries pile up.
And Clark, establishing those routines you'll use throughout the regular year, correct?
That's important because it is a long season, as you well know.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Kent Bazemore is out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for the Spurs, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Poeltl at center. Murray out there with White, and it's DeRozan in at the 3 spot. And that one's good by Aldridge.
You know, sometimes overwhelming presence. Aldridge is a handful to deal with because of his height, strength, and length.
Now here's McCollum. And here's Nurkic, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul.
And that's a quick foul for him there. It looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
Here's Lillard. Shot clock at 5. He dishes it to McCollum. Shoots over White. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Lillard.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Nice shot by Poeltl.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Lillard, the pass to Anthony. And that one hits back iron.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. He was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Here's Murray. The kick out to Aldridge. Lets it fly from 18. And that one goes long.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. On defense, the Spurs. Outside Anthony. Over Aldridge. Anthony's shot is off.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
White dishes to Aldridge. Passes it to Murray. Back to Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
I think they've taken a major step in the wrong direction when you talk about their foul shooting, guys. I mean, they're not even close to what they shot last year.
Lillard from outside scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
And it's Murray penetrating. Here's Aldridge. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Pass to Anthony. Over Aldridge. That one rolling around and rims out. San Antonio leading. Here's Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Spurs. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
Hey, knocking down free throws in a hostile environment is really about the battle of the mind.
And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's. Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point. When it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
And it's White missing.
Well, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Anthony. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony. a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
That free throw missing.
And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
Mills, he's checked in for Murray. He hits the second from the line. Well, you were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
Now here's McCollum. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Toronto.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
DeRozan with it. Now Anthony defending. He shoots again. DeRozan's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 3. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
First free throw is good. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited, he ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling, and Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. We look at San Antonio, down at 10th in the early going, looking to make a move up in the standings. And, of course, Portland, 2 spots down.
And, you know, for the Spurs, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and, you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
Here's Anthony. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
When Aldridge is in the neighborhood, you've got to be careful shooting it. I mean, proving there that he's capable of blocking shots.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for San Antonio.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Here's White after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. And it's White missing. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. They trail by 1. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
Rudy Gay's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Whiteside's checked in for Nurkic. Rodney Hood subbed in for Kent Bazemore. And Mills kicks to White. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Lyles checked in for Aldridge. Damari Carroll comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Bellinelli in for White. And then for the Trailblazers, Collins checked in for Anthony. Hezonja comes in for McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Now, here's Lyles from downtown. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Solid job moving the ball. Carroll is a team player who doesn't allow the ball to stick in his hands. He moves.
Simons surveying the D. And the pass to Whiteside. Pass to Simons. And here's Hood. 6 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And a brief look now at who's leading the league in the rebound department. Second is Hassan Whiteside. And, of course, Yusuf Nurkic.
Guys, we're lucky to get to watch two of the league's most outstanding rebounders on the same court here today.
Now Mills. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes it to Bellinelli. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Let's take a look at where the Portland Trailblazers stack up as the season gets underway.
And also, I love their work on the boards. I mean, they put multiple bodies in the paint. Truly a team effort, and that's why they're the best in the league.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Oh, Whiteside in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
Here's Mills. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. The rebound by Simons. Portland trailing here. Hood kicks to Collins. Over Gay. And Portland again with the bucket. And the Spurs with possession here. Mills looking it over. Pass to Gay. And no good. And it's Portland the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And, guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and, you know, to come up short at the line is frustrating because that's controllable, and it's actually a free throw. So you feel like you leave loose change out there when you don't convert.
And so it's San Antonio with it after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Shot clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
And how about the numbers here for Gay? He's getting around 16 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. The contributions he's been making on the floor have been a boon for this team. Great stretch of games for him.
Yeah, you know, they've given him more responsibility, and he's responded. And the way he's going, I think his role is only going to increase.
Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And, guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Mark, we know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
And the second free throw, good. San Antonio calls timeout.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Spurs trail by 3. Here is Forbes. The pass to Gay. And stolen by Hood. Here's Simons. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here is Forbes. Gay up top. They need this. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 5. To the middle. Collins passes to Hazania. Here's Simons. And Portland again with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
1:41 left here in the opening quarter. Pocket 6. Carroll, no one around him. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. The Blazers on offense. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Simons. He's got 5. In the corner, Collins with it. Over Bellinelli. Whiteside trying to break free. It's good on the putback. And it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Here is Forbes, following the score by Rodney Hood. Off target from three-point range. And Whiteside's got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Hood, the pass to Simons. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Carroll kicks to Forbes. A 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Simons. Bellinelli is covering. Hazania. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Hood. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Portland out in front. They finish off the first quarter on a 20-7 run. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
The people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy, and that was part of it, not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other people to know exactly what I was going through. But you get to a certain age where you feel like it's all about helping others. It's not about you just being a selfish person about the things you're going through. Other people going through stuff as well.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes, as public figures, can have a broader impact than just entertaining. And we see it over and over again.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Hezonja at the 4 and Whiteside at the 5. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Simons in at the point. Now here's Whiteside. Following the shot by Rudy Gay. Hood, the pass to Hezonja. Rebound, San Antonio. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. And that'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Over to the wing. Walker finds Carroll. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Spurs trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Murray surveying the D. Shoots over Lillard. Murray, no good.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Lillard outside. McCollum outside. From deep. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Now here's Murray. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And Carroll gets it to go.
Boy, Murray's court vision, very sharp. And he's unselfish, too. You love seeing that combination.
Walker against McCollum. Lillard left side. Passes to Hezonja. Lets it fly from 18. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Walker with a clean look. Off target from outside.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's foul number 2 for him.
Picking up his second foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
A different look now for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Gay. DeRozan comes in for DeMarre Carroll, and it's Mills in for Murray. Portland also making some changes. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Carmelo Anthony has subbed in for Mario Hezonja. Now, here's Walker. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's DeRozan. And another shot. No good. Shot missing. Excellent D there from Anthony.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
Lillard finds Anthony. To the paint. Here's Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Now, here's Mills. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Over DeRozan. Bazemore misses.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
And here's Portland. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Over to the left wing. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
And another turnover here by San Antonio.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The Spurs making a switch here. White's checked in. Trailblazers leading by 20. Here's Lillard. The rebound by the Spurs. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. DeRozan in the corner. Back to Mills. Makes it off the glass. Mills has got his first points of the night.
You know, Mills is not just a long-range gunner now. He can score on the move, too. Underestimate Mills at your own peril.
Now, here's Bazemore. His last outing, he had 8 points. Anthony, the pass to McCollum. Out to Anthony. Shoots over White. Kept alive. McCollum dishes to Nurkic. Here's the 3. McCollum, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And stolen by Bazemore. Down low, Nurkic, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
Clark, a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
San Antonio shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills, now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0", and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
And he sinks the second.
You know, Patty Mills is one of a long line of outstanding Australian players who played their college ball in Northern California at St. Mary's College.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And San Antonio called for the foul. For Portland, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. The free throw drops for Lillard.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
Well, free throw is good from Lillard. For a couple years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now here's Mills. Kicks it to Aldridge. White drives in, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Portland the foul. Well, Clark, underrated athleticism for Derek White. For a 6'4" guard, he can finish above the rim.
And not only that, guys, but he also blocks shots. I mean, coming out of college, he and number 1 pick Markelle Fultz, the only players in the Pac-12 that rank top 10 in scoring, assists,
shooting 2,
and blocks. That's a heck of a triple.
And that one misses.
Derek White played his first 3 years at Division III UC Colorado Springs. This guy ended up being the 29th pick in the 2017 draft out of Colorado. In his lone season with the Buffaloes, he was all Pac-12 first team and all defense.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Rodney Hood's checked in for Kent Bazemore. Good on the second free throw. And coming out of high school, White's only scholarship offer was a partial one to Colorado Springs.
And you know what, guys? Sometimes rejection like that can actually fuel you to greater heights. It put a chip on his shoulder. He plays with an edge. He improved, transferred to the Pac-12 for his senior season, and really the rest is history. He's got a promising future as an NBA player in front of him.
Now here's Bellinelli, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. White the pass to Aldridge. Back to White. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A second chance effort. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And the first one at the line is good.
Boy, the Spurs really like running through LaMarcus Aldridge in the post. I mean, that's an effective way to play offense, especially early before the defense gets set. He gets that deep position, and he puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Lyles checked in for the Spurs. Bryn Forbes comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Both free throws good from Aldridge. And with his skill level, sometimes the sheer strength and size of Aldridge goes overlooked.
Yeah, and he's not afraid or hesitant to play bully ball. I mean, on that block, he gets that body into you and leans into that sweet jump shot of his, and he can make you look bad. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes, a sign of a skilled offensive player.
White looking around. He kicks to Bellinelli. Pass to Lyles. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Lillard outside. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets, using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. White against Anthony. White the pass to Lyles. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Aldridge. Anthony with the defensive effort. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Hood the pass to Anthony. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Here's Bellinelli, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Italian Marco Bellinelli, one of the league's best sharpshooters, and Greg very comfortable shooting on the move.
He always seems to be floating one way or the other on his shot. It wouldn't work for most shooters, but he uses it to evade the D.
Take a break.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Clark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And that's a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
Offensive rebound, and it goes down 2 points. And that's now 7 points for Nurkic.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's White. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Orlando. Now the pass to Lyles. Kicks it to Bellinelli. Here's Aldridge. Inside. Low block shot on the way. Count it. White's got 5 now.
Aldridge keeps his head up and his options open. He's a team-oriented guy with a good basketball IQ. Excellent pass.
Lillard outside. 3-pointer. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Outside, White. Pass to Lyles. To the inside. Aldridge's shot is good. Aldridge has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. And stolen by White. To the right side. Here's Forbes. From outside, off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Out to Hood. Wide open look. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Yeah, and you see the leadership of Lillard in that sequence, keeping everyone involved, not looking to do it all himself, but creating for his teammate.
And it's in there. And that's 12 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Lillard left side. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Portland finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, they've been shooting poorly. Is that good defense or bad offense?
Probably a little bit of both. You know, I think we're competing defensively, and they've missed some opportunities.
It's led to good results for you, though. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still 1 half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had 21 points, 7 assists, and 1 rebound. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
Shaq, what did you see from San Antonio?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Portland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. It's Aldridge at the power forward with Poeltl at center. Derek White is out there with Murray, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. That's the San Antonio 5. Simons, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Spurs. Murray outside. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound, Aldridge. Great D that time from Hood. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. It's McCollum on the wing. He's covered by Murray. Lets it go from the wing. Murray with the defensive effort. And San Antonio shooting just 31% in the game. And White kicks to Murray. Trying to find White, gets it to him. 2 points, that one goes. White's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist. Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Poeltl against McCollum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. For San Antonio, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. And they've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. And that one misses.
DeJounte Murray played just 1 season at the University of Washington. He grew up in Seattle and went to Rainier Beach High School. It's actually the same high school that produced Jamal Crawford. And as a matter of fact, a lot of good players have come out of the Emerald City.
And it's Lillard missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That's foul number 2 for him. And in Seattle, Murray recognized from a young age as a potential pro.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you can identify those especially talented players, and his nickname was Baby Boy. And how about this, Kevin? Jamal Crawford has mentored DeJounte since the 6th grade. Those guys have exchanged text messages throughout that time. Jay Crossover, one of my favorites, on and off the court in the league, really has helped keep Murray on the right track.
Here's Lillard after the basket by San Antonio. Now here's Murray. White, wide open. He fires. There's the feed to DeRozan. Lays it up off the glass.
Timeout.
DeRozan's got 8 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
Walker's checked in for San Antonio.
And a moment now to see some numbers for DeRozan. Averaging about 22 points per, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
DeRozan brings the double team. Hood, the pass to Nurkic. To end the drought, and Pirtle sends it back.
And Pirtle deserves a lot of credit for his shot blocking ability. He's a dynamic and dynamite shot blocker.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Lillard misses. And Murray winning second team all-defense in 2018. And Greg, at that time, he was only 21.
And that's been his strong suit. If he can hit perimeter shots consistently, he can be a star.
Now here's Gay. After the miss from Damian Lillard. Lets the 3 fly. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Hood finds McCollum. Pass to Lillard. No good. Some solid defense from Gay. Spurs trail by 14. There's Walker with the 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Hood deciding where to go with it. Pass to Collins. Shoots over Pirtle. And too long on the shot.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
That's good from DeRozan.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Damari Carroll's checked in for Pirtle, and it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And Greg DeRozan watching a ton of films of guys like Andre Miller and Sam Cassell operating in the pick and roll.
And not only that, Kevin, to strengthen his left hand, he'd use it for daily activities like writing, leaving no stone unturned to become an expert initiator.
It's stolen by Anthony. Lillard finds Hezonja and finish off by Hezonja.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Spurs.
Here's DeRozan. He's got 9. Out to the right wing. The 3 from Mills. Buries it from 3-point range. Mills has got 6.
You know, Mills has been a guy who's been very streaky as a perimeter shooter, but he's been good behind the arc his entire career.
Down low, here's Anthony. Here's Whiteside. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Shoots over Walker. Carroll with the rebound.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Here's Whiteside, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
And here are the Spurs. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Walker looking for an opening. And there's the pass to DeRozan. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Whiteside's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Gay with the block.
Gay using his reach and bounce to perfection to block the shot.
Trey Lyles checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for San Antonio. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Taken away by Anthony. Bazemore with it. He's picked up by Walker. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And the Spurs with possession after the Trailblazers pick up 2.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Trailblazers leading by 14. Outside Anthony. Pass to Hazania. Anthony against Gay. Shot left block. That misses off the backboard.
Yeah, you know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Carroll passes to Walker. Passes it to Lyles. He kicks it to Mills. 5 on the clock. It doesn't go for him. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Here's Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 23 points.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. And that's now 25 points for Lillard. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Portland.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And the Spurs with some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Lyles. Bellinelli comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Walker. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons is checked in. Here's Simons. He has 5. Hazania's shot is off. Here is Forbes. Ball's knocked loose. Hazonia with the ball. He has 6. Dishes to Anthony. Lets it go with a 3. A rebound by the Spurs. They're looking now at a sizable deficit.
And there's still time left, so they don't necessarily have to really rush the game. And they need to avoid that.
And Forbes kicks to Mills. Off the left rim and out.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And they pick up 2.
and really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now, here's Aldridge. 12 points for him. Here's Simon. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
The Spurs making a switch here. White's checked in. Pass to Bellinelli. Outside Aldridge. Aldridge double teamed. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Marcus Aldridge at the line for 2.
That one is off.
Yeah, you know, players like Aldridge are a little bit of a diminishing breed in the NBA, a master in the low post with all sorts of ways to score in the paint.
Zach Collins checked in for Anthony. And he's good on the second. A minute 42 left here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Simons. He has 7. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
Yeah, you know, he had a lot of misses for him, and it looked to me as though he just never was comfortable from the foul line. Guys, I think free throw shooting, and Steve, you can speak to this, is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Trent's checked in. That one is no good. Spurs trail by 19. It's Aldridge, high post. 13 points in the game. Here's White. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Here's Simons. Hezonja on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. The pass to Simons. Here's Trent. No good from outside. San Antonio's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. Here is Forbes, Hezonja defending, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
How about that for the old up fake? Aldridge knows exactly how to get a defender off his feet.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
That free throw, no good. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for San Antonio. DeJounte Murray comes in for Bryn Forbes. And he sinks the second. .32 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Here's Simons. He has 7. Kicks to Whiteside. It's Hezonja in the corner. 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing. And the jumper is on the mark. Hezonja's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I really like the mobility of Hezonja. You know, he's effortless in his movement off the pick and roll. And great to see him get involved like that.
Here's Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 8 now on the night.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
And so it's Portland with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Whiteside is out there with Hood, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Aldridge, right block shot, and the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Tonight, Aldridge is doing a little bit of everything at the offensive end, and he's doing it all quite well.
Tipped away. Pirtle with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. White dishes to Murray. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. 6 to shoot. Spurs working the ball around now. From the high post. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Lillard outside. To the paint, here's Hood, and Pirtle sends it back. In transition, here come the Spurs. Bellinelli's got the ball, good on the bucket. Portland leading by 16. Lillard scanning the floor. Hood kicks to McCollum. Trains it from beyond the arc.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Aldridge. And it's Portland with the rebound. Whiteside's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. That's a 2 from Lillard. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's right side Aldridge. Plenty of space. That shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
A different look now for San Antonio. Rudy Gay's checked in for Aldridge. And DeMar DeRozan subbed in for Bellinelli. Whiteside, the pass to McCollum. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Murray finds DeRozan. Over Hood. Pirtle, great positioning on the putback.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Outside Hood. Pass to Whiteside. The dive for the ball. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hood.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Spurs trail by 19. Outside White. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Right wing. Inside. And they double up Whiteside. Back to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Lillard. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 21.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
And stolen by Lillard. One-on-one here. Again, the Trailblazers score.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
DeRozan against Hood. And DeRozan. Here we go. The layup off target. Trailblazers leading by 23. Lillard the pass to Whiteside. And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist by Whiteside. 14 points for C.J. McCollum.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Murray outside. Out to the right wing. Here's White. They grab their own miss. It's good on the putback.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
And stolen by Murray. Left side, DeRozan. Great D that time from Nurkic.
Oof, rough game offensively. He's really struggled it, and really probably why they're trailing.
Lillard dishes to Whiteside. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media. So they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually. But on occasion, it does get a little carried away.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Little comes in for Hood. Kent Bazemore's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. DeRozan with it. He's picked up by Little. Lyles. No good with the triple. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. Bazemore passes to Little. "18 feet out. And again, it's Portland converting. And for the Spurs, they're shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. fans are always trying to distract opposing players during free throws. Have you ever seen that work in an arena?
No, I think it's just a nice workout for the fans, Kevin, quite honestly. I mean, if a guy misses, it's not because the fans have gone crazy behind the basket. It's because he shot it left or right or short or long. It's not because of the fans being on top of him, at least in my opinion.
Right. And he knocks down the first one. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And Whiteside's got the ball here for Portland. Bazemore on the wing. DeRozan defending. Little passes to Simons. Just 5 to shoot. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Puts it up. Little can't hit. And for the Spurs, they're shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Tries from 16. Walker's shot is off. Portland's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Passes to Whiteside. Bazemore. No one around him. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
And here's DeRozan. Outside, Walker. Looking to get back on track here. DeRozan's shot is off.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic.
Wow.
Because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic. It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
And another turnover for the Trailblazers. They get the rebound. Samanic. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Here's Simons. Pass to Tolliver. Fade away. It's hauled in by Lyle.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Walker. Not going to go that time. And here are the Trailblazers. They're on an 18-7 run. Now a timeout called by Portland.
Johnson, chastised his shirt and matched shoes, but had the front and never bothered him. Okay. Hurt his crowd, but he swallowed him. Okay. Dirt is all that he spotted in the dirty south. Had observers, but you never heard a peep out of it. There ain't enough numerals to keep counting them. Look, I'm just setting this.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
They had not been playing very good basketball coming into this game. And that's when a team needs its star players to step up and stop the bleeding, just like he did tonight. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins.
And that's just a risky play. To make a heave like that, not worth it.
Here is Forbes. Now Walker. The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
To the wing right side. Collins trying to break free. Trent gets the bucket. Trent's got his first basket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Goes up on the high post. And it's DeRozan missing. Portland's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Lonnie Walker. Bryn Forbes.
The Spurs shooting in the fourth quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Poked away, and it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. Bellinelli, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Marco Bellinelli.
The pass to Forbes. Spurs passing it around. Fires the three. And it's Portland with the rebound. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Walker. Pass to Bellinelli. Back to Forbes. Walker in the corner. And it's Portland with the rebound. Simons has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Trailblazers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so far, it's been an eye for an eye in this season series. They'll get the retribution they came for tonight, making it 1 apiece here on the year with 1 left to go against the Spurs.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lillard.
Well, I thought he was their catalyst tonight, guys. Moving the rock, actively looking to set other guys up. Outstanding work.
Here's Trent, defended by Pirtle. And Pirtle sends it back. And Forbes has it in the corner. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Gary Trent at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. So he comes up empty at the line. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To stop the drought, and the layup is good.
You know, for a sharpshooter like Forbes, guys, getting points inside can only help him be more effective on the perimeter. It actually adds a step to his quickness.
Here's Simons. And so Portland, a resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.